Welcome back to Showbiz Express. It's hard to believe, but they're in season number 3, Night Shift, and its star Eoin Macken. So great to see you again.
You too.
What has it been like for you now moving into this?
You know, it's been a lot of fun because I think when you get into the groove of a show and you're kind of working with people you like and you kind of know what it is, you have a bit of freedom, you know. And when you know that people enjoy what you're doing and people appreciate it, there's a kind of it's a lovely place to be. Right, where I enjoy what I'm doing, and I like the people who work when the people like it. So
you know, it is really funny with season 3, and your character has grown in what way? What's changed?
Well, the interesting thing was when I started the show, because the character is suffering from PTSD, which is very interesting for me because I'm not American, so I had to learn an awful lot about that and what that means to have PTSD and go to war and be in her, and then come back. And it's kind of just the evolution of TC figuring out how he can actually also still work from a day-to-day life and actually kind of figure himself out. So it's not kind of, you don't want it to overpower his kind of personal life all the time.
But he was at least the first few seasons, very tough.
Yeah.
Very, not sarcastic too, but really tough guy. Is he softening this season?
He is a little bit, but I think it's always on the edge. There's always a balance where even when he's soft, there's still the kind of possibility to go off the spectrum, and that's what's kind of fun about him. I think this season, because they're trying to kind of just find more of an equilibrium for him, which I think is really important because you can't have him too much on the edge, because it's got to be a reflection of, if you have these issues, how you can kind of learn to cope with it. So that's what TC is doing. So he's kind of beginning to kind of find his place from a personal and professional point of view, but he's still kind of always borderline. He might flip off, you know.
What are you finding that viewers really resonate with this series?
I found it was a lot to do with TC's character and the army stuff that people find. I had a lot of people come to me and say that they've been able to talk to their fathers or their mothers or their sons and daughters about their experiences from family point of view from being involved in the army, and vets who watch this show, because it's an enjoyable show, but the show had given them the impetus to actually have a conversation, a dialogue about their own experiences. And
it really doesn't change if you look at it down through the generations. War is war, coming out of war is coming out of war.
Of course. But even aside from just war, everyone has a real life situation which affects them or their family. So when you can watch a show that is able to resonate for you, it means you're able to kind of consider your own emotions and consider what's happened to you. And I think that's important. So you're watching something that's a fun show to watch, but you're also able to consider and think about the things that have happened to you.
Where are you from originally?
I'm Irish, from Dublin.
You're from Dublin?
Yeah.
And the setting is San Antonio?
Yeah.
What did you go and do pickups there and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, in San Antonio, yeah.
Or you shooting on location?
We shoot in Albuquerque, yeah.
It's so confusing sometimes.
I mean, for me, I have no idea. I'm Irish, you know. San Antonio, Albuquerque. I'm
somewhere
miles away.
Dublin,
right? Yeah, exactly.
Scotland. So, have you grown to understand the city, or does it matter? Does it really matter?
Well, no, it does, because in Albuquerque, we have a really beautiful crew in Albuquerque, and they're very tight knit, and that's important. And that's because Albuquerque's got this wonderful energy to it, and the mountains and the kind of the expansiveness, and I love that. That's kind of quite American to me. That sense of being able to get on Route 66 and drive off into the distance, and that's really cool.
2 more questions.
Yes.
One is, do you have any desire ever in your head, in your heart, to be a doctor? Not that you're going to ever do it, but did that pass through you?
I wanted to be a vet when I was younger, but I actually studied science. I wanted to be a marine biologist or a zoologist. So I kind of wanted to veer more towards looking after animals. But it's hard to be a doctor, man. I bought a lot of books when we were doing the research for this, and there's a lot of information to remember, and it's a lot of responsibility. You know?
And you visit hospitals and talk to doctors still?
Well, my mom's a nurse, and 2 of my aunts are doctors. So I did some research with that.
I have a theory about me. If I were doing, not what you're doing, but if I were a doctor, what I read on Tuesday, I'd have on Wednesday. Do you ever get into just looking at the scripts and say, wait, that maybe I have that?
Yes, yeah, that does happen. Yeah.
It does?
Yeah.
Keep going. You guys really are riding a crest. This has become summer programming.
Yeah, I hope so.
And you guys seem to make it seamless. You love it, and continued success to you.
I hope so, right? Because it's fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Genio. It's been a pleasure.